What up, cucks? It's your boy, the hater up in this space, and I finally have some proof. You know, all this time people are talking about how Roman Reigns doesn't show up and nobody wrestles anymore who's in the main event, and people pretend that we have workhorses like Cucky Rhodes, Gunther, and fucking, what's his name, Seth Rollins, right? Well, cucks, through the magic of the website cagematch.net, which I was aware of, but I never really looked at before. I am now able to look at all the televised matches that these people have performed in. So I'm going to quickly run down through this, and I'm going to see, maybe I'll put these matches up. There's really no point. I can put up the links, but I'm just going to read all the matches, starting with Seth Rollins that he's had. I'll be very quick, so pay attention, cucks. First, January 2nd, Seth Rollins versus Austin Theory. So he wrestled a jobber, nobody cares. Then, number one contendership for the six-way elimination match, right, for the United States title, right? Who cares? He wrestled in that. Then he was a special referee, or I guess Kurt Angle was a special referee. So that's three matches. He qualified for the Elimination Chamber by beating Chad Gable, a jobber. Then he beat The Miz. Then we got Corbin. What is that? 7. 8, Mustafa Ali. 9, Miz. 10, Solo Sikoa. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23 matches Seth Rollins had in 2023. Now, with that being said, cucks, now I know you're thinking, 23 matches, that sounds like a lot. Well, it's not. I'm only counting Raw matches. He was probably in about 2 or 3 pay-per-views in the meantime as well. This is the world champion, and he's got, whatever I just said, 23 matches, the majority of which are against people like J.D. McDonough and like Dominic Mysterio, both of whom I kind of like, but both of whom are undercard guys at this point, or at least were, right? Mustafa Ali, he's wrestling Mustafa Ali. He's wrestling Baron Corbin, who's now the second guy in an NXT tag team, so he's doing absolutely nothing. He's defending the title against jobbers, if he's even defending it. 23 matches. Let's quickly look at our good friend, Cucky Rhodes. How many matches did this asshole have in 2013? So he wrestled Finn Balor, a jobber, Baron Corbin, 2, Chad Gable, 3, LA Knight, 4, Ludwig Kaiser on SmackDown, that's 5, 6, Solo Sikoa, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 matches. Cucky Rhodes has had 20 matches in the year 2023. Out of 52 Raws and 52 SmackDowns, right? Cucky Rhodes has appeared in 20 of them. And okay, he's been in like 3 or 4 pay-per-views as well, right? Let's look at Gunther real fast before I make my fucking point, cucks. Let's look at Gunther. What did this jerk-off do in 2023? Well, let's see here. He started off wrestling Braun Strowman. That's pretty solid, I'm not going to lie. And then it's been downhill since there, right? He wrestled Braun Strowman. Then he had a 6-man match. Then he wrestled Madcap Moss. That's a nail biter right there. Another 6-man tag. Then he wrestled Butch. Then Ziggler, who's not even with the company anymore. Another 6-man match. That's 7. Then he wrestled Xavier Woods. 8. Let's move forward. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Gunther has had 22 matches. So, in total, Gunther's had 22, Cucky has had 20, and Seth Rollins has had 23, which I believe puts us at 65, right? And these are the 3 workhorses of the WWE. So, in 63, we have 65 matches in 104 episodes of main wrestling. This is not including the jobber shows that they should all be on. Now, I've also pulled up the year 2000 to see what one of my favorite wrestlers, Val Venis, did in the year 2000. I'm just going to count these out. Just trust me, he's wrestling like people like Prince Albert, Bossman, Edge, Benoit, The Rock, Hardcore Holly, Kurt Angle. He's wrestling everybody in the year 2000. So I'm just going to count them because it's a lot of matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's see here. I have to scroll up with this one. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 matches. And we're still in May. 25 matches, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. We're still going, cuts. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, right? 47, we're still scrolling. 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. Can you believe this? 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. We're still going. 65. That's a relevant number, and we're in October, the end of October. 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, and there's more on the next page, but there's only 78. There's only one more on the next page, 79. So let's put that into perspective. In the year 2000, which was one of his most hefty years, Val Venis wrestled whatever number I just said. I just forgot the number, cucks. But it was like in the 70s, I think, right? The point is, he wrestled more. I can actually calculate it really, really fast. There's one in this page, and I can go here, control find, 2080. So it looks like he's wrestled 81 times. I may have miscounted, I don't know. But I'm looking at this, some of them could be counted twice. 81 minus 279, it looks like. 79 matches. So, in summation, in the year 2000, Val Venis, who everyone thought of as a mid-carder, wrestled 79 matches. That is more matches than Cody Rhodes, Gunther, and Seth Rollins combined did this year. So think about that. This year, and for the last several years, Raw has been 3 hours, SmackDown has been 2 hours. There's a live premium event like every couple of weeks, right? They got a bunch of other bullshit that nobody talks about. And despite all this, Val Venis wrestled more than all three of these guys combined. Now, granted, I'll be honest, I picked Val Venis. I'm sure if I had picked Triple H, it would have been also something along those lines. Some of Val Venis' matches were on things like Heat and things like that, but nevertheless, they were on TV, and that's the point I'm trying to make. Val Venis is a true workhorse, right? And there's nothing special about him, because Kurt Angle was wrestling the same amount of matches too. So was Hardcore Holly, so was everybody, right? The point is this, right? Val Venis produced more than all three of these so-called workhorses combined. So, while Roman Reigns has had a total of like 11 matches in 2023, which is obviously lower than everybody that I just mentioned, it doesn't matter, right? Because the standards are far, far lower. It would be one thing if Seth Rollins, the so-called workhorse, had wrestled 79 matches, like Val Venis would do in the Attitude Era, right? And then he said, I can't believe Roman is wrestling 11 matches and have to wrestle 79. But he's wrestling 23. He only wrestled twice as many times as Roman Reigns, right? And to be fair, like, I'm not counting the pay-per-view matches, and every time Roman wrestles, it's on pay-per-view for obvious reasons, right? So it is a little bit more. Seth Rollins may have wrestled, like, let's say 30 matches. Let's be generous here. Probably not, right? But Gunther, who we're told to believe is this dominant Intercontinental Champion, has had 20 matches the whole year on TV. So what that means is every 3 weeks, you can expect to see Gunther on TV. That's what that means, right? 2 other weeks, he's doing absolutely nothing. And let's not forget all the horseshit 6-man tag matches that he's been in where he's wrestled for like 30 seconds, right? So, in summation, cucks, I know this video was kind of boring, but the points needed to be made, right? Val Venis, 79. Cucky Rhodes, I think he had 23. Gunther, 20, I think, and the other one had 22. It doesn't matter. Combined, we have 65 versus 79. So you tell me now, exactly. You tell me how these three assholes are actual workhorses. You tell me that, motherfucks. In 5 hours of wrestling every week, times 100 or times 52 weeks, what is that? 5 times 52, 250, 260 hours of wrestling every year, right? All these guys combined put on together a combined flagrant 65 matches. Val Venis, in his time when he was wrestling all the time, he put 79 on by himself. So anytime someone tells you it's just nostalgia, the Attitude Era wasn't better, it obviously was better, right? Because you saw the people you liked all the fucking time. You saw them on Raw, you saw them on SmackDown, you saw them on other shit, right? The format has changed. Sure, I know some people are thinking, well, Val Venis had the opportunity to wrestle in both shows. That's true. But even if you divide Val Venis' 79 matches by 2, right? It's still, 79 divided by 2? We'll just say 39. I'll give the extra one away. 39. He still wrestles more than all these other guys, right? And he was a mid-carder, cuts. He was a mid-carder. So you tell me exactly what makes this era anything like the Attitude Era, and you tell me why Cody Rhodes and these jobbers, right? And these jobbers are considered workhorses, right? As a matter of fact, I also looked at the pay-per-view matches really quick, and it turns out that Cody Rhodes, this year, 2024, he's only done the Royal Rumble. Everything else has just been hanging out, cutting promos, right? So that being said, go fuck yourselves, and I think I've proven my point, cuckolds.